Ticket not punched.
Hardy.
No, the ticket's not punched.
Fred.
You got a bunch of stuff wrong when you talk. So much for this country.
Dutcher and Hardy.
I guess this country's a bunch of buffoons that don't know the rules.
You idiot. The Sports Up.
We are Dutcher and Hardy. You can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. And you can also, if you would like, download this podcast wherever you download podcasts. And then you can listen to it over and over and over again. Listen to it live and then in your headphones. You can then watch it on YouTube. Your whole dang day can be spent with this 4 hours of radio. What do we do when we're not on the radio? You know, you guys know us as these characters, these talking heads, gibbering and jabbering, giving you everything you need to know about sports from an expert perspective, day in and day out. What do you guys do when you're off the air? Well, Hardy plays golf. John goes to his in-laws' house.
Cook shrimp scampi.
Cooks. He has passions. I help people. Such was the case 2 years ago.
Hey there. It's Isaac.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
2 years ago, my agent said, hey, my agent went to Hofstra University, Heather Cohen. She said, they have this big radio station down there. They're doing some kind of convention. Could you please come down? And I said, sure. And I went down, and it was a lot of fun. There were a lot of people with ponytails and ties wearing guns. They were called political talk show hosts. And that seemed to be the uniform. I've never felt worse about myself in the business, but I was there, and I spoke alone. I didn't have to speak with other people because I didn't want to be associated with them.
How long did you have to speak?
45 minutes.
Ooh,
But the guy was interviewing me.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like
I was going to say, it's like a Tangway fill-in lecturer.
I'm not positive I could do that. Like, I'm not positive I could do that.
Minutes. I was just going to say, monologuing for 45 minutes.
No, I couldn't. I'm not positive I could do that. I'd have to, I don't know if I could, at my age, sit down and write a speech. Like, unless it was about myself, I don't know. But nonetheless, I did the show live from there. You guys will recall. You guys were up here doing nothing. And I was down there, and when I came into the studio, they let me in. They were very nice at Hofstra. They gave me the real studio, and that's where they do Islander games and stuff. So they have a real, in all seriousness, Hofstra has got probably the best technology of a university radio station. So I go in there, and it's lined up with dorks in suits, the kids of the school. And they're like, can we touch you? And I'm like, no. But
there was one kid who came up to you, though.
Yeah. There was.
Hey there.
Right. There were a bunch of kids, and they all were asking for my phone number and things like that. But then there was one rapscallion.
Hey there.
That said, do you want to come over? My grandma's making borscht tonight. Would you like to come over and dine with us? And I'm like, I can't. I have plans. But what's your name, kid?
But she's making a schnitzel.
I think that might be wrong.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think that might be more German.
It's fine.
But
there's a lot of shared cuisine.
It's
fine.
There's no question. But but nonetheless, she was like, holla, bread. And he's like, do you want to go to my grandma's house? I said, I can't. And I said, but what's your name, kid? And he goes,
Hi, I'm Isaac.
And then right then I knew, this kid's got charisma. So anyway, I gave my email address to a few of the kids.
Say my name.
Isaac. I've said it, Isaac.
Hey there.
Okay. Hi, Isaac. But Isaac was getting back to me, this, that, and the third. And Isaac said, you know what? I'm going to be up in Boston for the summer. Can I intern? And I said, sure. And he went through the process, and he got in here interning. And once he got in, he was like a tiger unleashed in a candy store.
Now, you're not saying you gave him like a leg up in any way. You essentially told him how to apply, and then he made it here on his own merits.
I said he went through the process.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I want that on the record.
I said, Isaac, you're a balloon. I'm just letting go of the string. It's up to you to fly.
Beautiful metaphor.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm like, you're like Webster. Let's hand you a bunch of balloons. You ain't going nowhere.
It's just one
you're a
red
big kid, Isaac.
One red balloon. One red-headed balloon. And
Yeah.
just let it go.
Like if he popped his cheek, he'd fly up in the air. And so Isaac. Now Isaac's.
Hi.
Hi, Isaac. So I hadn't seen Isaac. Then I saw Isaac. He was in full military, like he had like a Navy hat or whatever.
Army hat.
That's
what
Army.
you said anyway.
Yeah. Well, whatever I said at the time was correct.
Was there one of those like carrier hats that you'll see the veterans walking around wearing?
I wasn't stolen valor. It was just like he was a big fan of the branch of the military, the Army. Like he had an Army shirt.
So not a Navy, it was Army.
So he had the camouflage. We're working.
Yes, I believe it was a shirt and hat that were camouflaged. They both said Army. And then he was like, enough where my daughter was like, wow, he really likes the Army. And so...
Yep, that's me.
So... we don't hear from Isaac for a while, but I know in my heart that he's okay and that he's probably thriving. And turns out this little show in Boston was just the first step for him. We got a call a couple weeks ago from a listener out of the blue, and he's like, hey, I'm doing work at this lady's house, and she's got Fox News on. And that kid Isaac, your intern, he was doing the weather. And I'm like, are you serious? And it was like, why would he lie? Like... yeah, and I remember Isaac told us he was doing stuff for Fox in New York. So, flash forward, I think Ryan or Adam or Nick found. I think maybe Ryan found this. It's a video of Isaac on Fox News, the morning show, but we not taped off a TV or from Fox. It's taped by his mom held in a cell phone.
So you get the audio with some ambient room noise along with it.
One proud mama holding the phone up to the TV and Isaac. Now, Isaac had a lot to say that we cut out. He almost a manifesto. Project 2025. Isaac has a lot of immigration, a lot of thoughts on it.
My name is Isaac Vrabel. Say my name.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
Isaac.
I'm sorry, Isaac. I interrupted you. Here we go. Here is Isaac as taped by Isaac's mom doing the weather on the whatever the Fox, like the big Fox News morning show, whatever that's called.
Fox and Friends.
Fox and Friends.
Yeah.
Fox and Friends.
And a special guest indeed. It's a bit of a tradition around here that at the end of an internship, we have an intern come out here and help me with the weather.
Audio's not bad.
No, but you can hear her hand shaking with anticipation. And you can feel 70-year-old women across the country get a little moist for the first time in years. And it's not because the ration of dried food just showed up for the apocalypse.
Of seeing, Uncle Milty up on the TV screen.
Reminding of the youth at the Howdy Doody.
Oh.
Howdy Doody.
Come on.
And a special guest indeed. It's a bit of a tradition around here that at the end of an internship, we have an intern come out here and help me with the weather. Isaac Brendel, you are a student, you were an intern here. How was your internship?
It was incredible. I've been here since September. The entire team, everyone's been amazing. It was just an incredible experience all around.
Listen to the confidence in my man's voice.
You see the word? He put together like 2 full sentences there. Yeah. How many times did he do that while he was here?
He's been under the tutelage of Jesse Waters.
Who?
The coolest guy ever. He's the Jesse Waters show. Isaac will tell you about it when he gets off.
Should Isaac in that moment have name-checked a couple of the people that he had worked with during his internship there? Because he just said all the people. Was that a misstep?
No. Let's keep it on the prize. Isaac Brendel, and I only got a minute out here.
Okay. All right.
Let's keep it focused.
Okay.
Prayer, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Now it's about Isaac.
All right.
Let him teach you how to do it. He learned from the best. G. Gordon Liddy taught him everything.
Where do you go to school, and what's your major?
I go to Hofstra University on Long Island, and I'm a journalism major.
Journalism major? Let's see if you can do the weather. You got folks watching this?
What the journalism major? Let's see if you can do the weather. What the hell kind of segue is that?
It doesn't make any sense. If he were a meteorology major, then I guess that would make sense. But
Isaac is outclassing this guy, but you'll notice Isaac doesn't even quit back. He goes with it because he knows he's dealing with some jabroni weatherman from some wannabe basic cable show.
Would have been better, I think, for Isaac in that instance. Journalism major, let's see if you can do the weather. Actually, since I'm a journalism major, finally proof, Obama not a citizen. And then he just goes off and starts pulling out papers and citing reports.
Yeah, you could have gone, Isaac, 9/11 inside job.
You got folks watching this?
Yeah, the entire family back home, parents, brother, grandparents.
Yeah, the grandparents are definitely watching.
Mm-hmm.
We know that to be a fact.
Yeah.
Hi to the family. All right, Isaac, take over.
All right, now here's a look at your national forecast. Heat continues to dominate the eastern U.S. Highs.
No, you continue to dominate the eastern U.S.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Will again climb to the 70s in New York and the 90s in Atlanta. Meanwhile, cooler temps for much of the West as daytime highs reach the 40s and 50s. But most of the action is in the middle of the country.
Most of the action, if you understand, is at a small old lady's apartment outside of Hofstra University. Because when she goes to sleep, threesomes are going on.
Or you could have looked right in the camera. Most of the action is happening on the seat below you right now, ladies. Might want to grab a dish towel before this segment is over.
Did anyone tell you to bring a change of underwear?
Is in the middle of the country where severe weather is possible from Oklahoma to Wisconsin. And as Adam would say, those are your weather headlines. Back to you.
That was it.
Good job.
Right. Good job. Hofstra, the pride of Hofstra.
Yeah, Isaac, where are your parents? Where do they live?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, okay. Your son's special. He did a great job.
Yeah. All right, more facts and friends straight in.
There you go.
That was pretty good.
Isaac Brindley, journalism major. Let's see if you can do the weather.
Getting born in the state of
Oklahoma,
Papa was a couple and a mama.
in Wisconsin, and Atlanta.
She was swinging a hammer.
Those are your weather headlines. Back to you.
Say my name.
Now, it is no doubt when the president is around anything, there's Fox News on in the background. That's widely reported. He calls in during the Fox and Friends, like he has it on almost every day. Mm-hmm. That means, Isaac, have you developed a relationship with President Trump?
I have not cultivated a relationship with President Trump yet, but yes, he's a big viewer of the show.
Yeah. So do you have very much confidence that he saw you doing the weather? Did you have him in mind?
It's certainly a possibility. It was in the 7 o'clock hour. The president is known to not really sleep a lot and always have the show on, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a kid that's talking with a little bit of insight. All right, you jabronis.
Yeah. I mean, we hear things and we think things. Isaac knows things.
Absolutely. Isaac, how much of what you learned from me did you take into that experience at Fox?
Good.
Well, it wasn't my first time on air, so I guess that was helpful. I mean, I guess... Yeah. I mean,
what specifically did Fred teach you that helped you in your internship on Fox and Friends?
I think I was probably a bit more loose than I was when I was interning there. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Probably just
my guidance is like a full body massage.
Yes.
Go ahead, Isaac.
Yeah. A bit more. A bit more on what Fred taught you.
Be stiff. Have fun.
Don't take life so seriously.
Exactly.
Well, Isaac, when we had a phone call from a guy who saw you on Fox. I mean, listen, I usually tape it and watch it later in the day, Fox and Friends. But we had a guy call in and he said that he saw you. We believed him right away. And you did a fantastic job. You did not seem nervous at all, which is hard. It really is hard not to seem nervous.
Was that your first time reading a prompter?
Not the first time reading a prompter, but I did hear that phone call. And one of the cameramen said before I left, I actually really wasn't nervous because I had rehearsed the script a couple of times. I was just kind of going to roll with it because we had the wall up and I had the script, so I was pretty confident. But a camera guy looked at me and said, "Yeah, don't worry, kid. There are only 2 million people watching." So then, I was a little nervous. But
he was trying to throw you off a little bit.
A little bit. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, what a dick.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Did you walk out and spit in his face and say, "Take that"? I just did everything for those 2 million people.
Would you like Fred to have him fired?
Oh.
No, very nice guy. I don't think there was any ill intent, but made me a little nervous.
I wouldn't have said that to you, Isaac. I would have had your back.
Now, Isaac, now that you have interned for arguably the biggest radio show in the country,
arguably,
yeah. And now that you've interned on a national news program, what are you thinking career-wise? What seems to suit your interests and your, I say skill set? It is legion. There are so many ways you could go here, but what are you thinking now?
I'm open to either radio or TV. My ultimate goal is definitely television. I like news, commentary, politics. So something in that lane, I would say, is the end goal.
I fear that you've jumped out of the cocoon and you're already flying.
Yeah.
My friend, it seems like your career has already passed by anything I can help. And while sad, it's what the ultimate goal is for any mentee and mentor relationship.
In the middle of that weather forecast, when you knew you were toward the end and you knew you were going to nail it, did you feel the gentle nudge of Fred's toe on your rear end pushing you out of the nest? Could you actually sense that physically, Isaac?
Not at the time, but I remember someone texted me that someone called the show about me, and I listened. I was very grateful to Fred. But I didn't see, I don't think Fred's coming to Talkers. I didn't see him on the thing. So I don't know if I'll get to really see you on Long Island, but it would be nice because this is my final Talkers convention this June because I'm graduating.
No, I'll never do that again. Isaac, were the people at Fox and Friends, were they nice to you? Were they on-air talent? Or you can be honest. You don't have to name names, but were they all nice to you, or were there some people not so nice?
No, I say with total sincerity, everyone was lovely, totally helpful, and very kind, and always willing to ask or answer my questions. When
they have
I
a lot of
them.
sexy ladies walking around that place, huh? Right, Isaac?
No comment.
No comment.
Inappropriate for you to comment. Good job, Isaac.
Isaac knows how to get into politics. Well, Isaac, we're very proud of you. Congratulations on graduating from Hofstra. That's coming
Thank
up,
you.
right? And
May 17th.
And if you need anything from us, resume-wise, or you would just like to come by again, you're always welcome. Our door is always open to you, Isaac.
Thank you.
Email us anytime.
Well, I
will.
I think a graduation card and gift from his ultimate mentor would probably be in line. I mean, he's not going to ask for it, but that should just be happening.
Yeah, Isaac, look for a letter. Okay, Isaac.
Do you have a 110 grill anywhere near you?
Yeah, the 99.
I don't think
friend.
so.
All right.
Yeah, 99.
Well, you'll be back in Massachusetts. All right, Isaac. Good job. Congratulations.
Hey there.
We're rooting for you, Isaac.
Thank you.
It's Isaac.
Isaac hung up.
Yeah, he's done. He's probably got a 7:30. You were slotted in 7:15 to 7:30. He does his morning in 15, his entire day, probably 15-minute blocks.
Yeah.
And you got this block, and now it's done.
Yeah, he's
for his next appointment.
Yeah, he's going on Rogan next. He fed us in right before that. All right. The new Boston magazine is
What are you going to send him for graduation?
Hope. Boston magazine.
The checkbook out.
I'm not giving Isaac money. Are you out of your mind?
You have to.
Yeah, he would. I'm not giving Isaac any money. Isaac saved a lot of money. He lived with his grandmother during college.
Not a lot, like 1,000.
If someone sent me $1,000, if I was Isaac and I got $1,000 from me, I wouldn't cash it. I would be like,
You'd frame it.
Yeah, I'd probably frame it. Try sell it on eBay. The new Boston magazine is out. Mike Vrabel is on the cover, even though he's in a lot of hot water for banging this lady other than his wife for over the course of 6 years and making dumb playlists. So Boston Magazine's kind of a joke right now with people. But we can dig into, because he's the number one most influential person in Boston, along with Drake Maye. And so, everyone's going to joke about, I'm influenced to cheat on my wife and everything else. No. But what about the other 149 people? We're not in it. No one around here is in it. No one in this building's in it. So who's in this dang thing? I was exploring it earlier, and I used John's red Sharpie to circle some of these people.
All right.
And we can go through it in just a moment.
Let's get after it.
My buddy and me.
With friends like these,
climb up a tree. We're the best friends it can be, my buddy and me.
Now, more of your best morning buddies, Toucher and Hardy, on the Sports Hub.
We are Toucher and Hardy. I'm holding in my hand the adulterous face of Mike Vrabel. In my hand, evidence of a philanderer and an adulterer.
Allegedly.
You count smooching and holding hands as adultery? Or is that cool where you come from?
Has he admitted it? No. Has not admitted anything.
Okay.
Neither is she.
No, so she's just erased all her...
Technically, it hasn't happened.
Right. That they're behaving as two people.
I think we can all agree.
Right. And a lot of evidence has come out against it, like the photos of them from 6 years ago kissing at a bar.
I think that is photo evidence that we're patriot washing this. He's innocent. Did he not get a standing ovation at a season ticket holder only event last night? Fans are on his side.
Yeah, that was relayed to me that the crowd went nuts, loved him. I'm like, really? At his season ticket holder event? Rabel killed it.
Means nothing.
Was welcomed warmly.
These are just people who wandered in. Go, Mike.
And by the way,
there was public access to the Putnam Club that
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you want him to do?
No problem.
What do you want him to boo him? I mean, like,
right.
Like if you saw Vrabel, would you be like, "Hey, you piece of garbage"?
Well,
no, you're going through a hard time. I mean, he cheated on his wife. That's all.
There are people losing their minds at the Michael Jackson movie right now. Yeah, because they're Michael Jackson fans.
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit more of a whitewash that it's done by the brothers. It's produced by the brothers. No Janet Jackson. She's also not featured in the movie. But they stop it right at bad. And I guess the original script by the brothers was turned down by the studio because it talked about how unfairly and unjustly he was accused by bad people.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the entire script was just the victory tour.
The entire script is a lot of the victory tour.
Really?
Because that's the thing.
That didn't go well here.
Oh, it's like, they never talk about it losing money either.
They bankrupted the Patriots owners, forced them to sell the team.
Yeah. No, that there is a lot of victory tour on there. Listen, it's some TikTok thing, and my daughter wanted to go. All right. First of all, congratulations on Boston Magazine for either not getting their photos and using AI or getting a photo and ruining it by making it look AI. Boston Magazine if you had a cover that was going to go viral, this is not the cover that you want to go viral. None of us as a collective can figure out if it's real or not. I don't know if it is. It doesn't matter.
If you just showed me Vrabel's face, I wouldn't immediately identify that as Mike Vrabel.
No. And sometimes, though, if you have a picture from an old job, you just pop it in there because it looks cool. So, this could be AI. I don't know.
Come on.
And then Adam was like, sometimes Adam was like, he was like, you know why? People are saying why they keep him on the cover. And he's like, because they want to sell magazines. I said, that's not why they kept him on the cover. They kept him on the cover because they wrote this thing a year ago. It's been
printed.
I mean, this thing. They didn't have time to double back and get a new cover on it, rewrite the whole 150 most influential people. I mean, no, this is a mistake. This isn't good for Boston Magazine. I don't even think this is going to help sales. I don't think it's going to hurt him, but I don't think it's going to help him. So we know number one is Mike Vrabel and Drake Maye. And by the way, apparently much more is coming out about this.
Okay. And I'm sure there's a full article to go along with it that most people aren't going to read. They're just going to flip through it to see who's on the list. But
Corey Thomas is number 20.
Explain to me how either Mike Vrabel or Drake Maye are influencers.
You put them on the front of your magazine, and one of them doesn't have a 6-year affair, and you're able to sell a lot of magazines just based on their presence.
I mean, but by the strictest definition of the word, what are they influencing?
Infidelity, bad music.
I don't know. I mean,
playlist making.
Because it's boring to put like the mayor of Boston and the governor of Massachusetts as number one.
Going to romantic resorts in Arizona, lying,
all of those
bad
things.
PR, handling things poorly,
standing ovation.
And I would counter that
missing the draft.
If your argument was to stay away from bad PR and infidelity and things like this, yeah, one could argue that is an influence. But it's not like he's
I don't know.
Inspiring people to go.
Nicholas, the phone is ringing.
Do any of these things.
Nicholas was he did not care about the phone. There was multiple lines ringing. He just didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
I always find that interesting that he won't answer the phone.
He's on the phone now. Look at him.
Yeah, of course, because I said that Nicholas answered the phone.
Yeah, but okay, so you screamed at him once.
So this,
not
bad. I went nuts. So to be honest, 150 of these people are people I've never heard of, who I'm sure are very important. I've heard of Maura Healey and stuff. They're either politicians or people that run big companies and things. Jaylen Brown is number 8. You notice behind the two white guys. I mean, he seems a little more into civic causes.
Yeah, absolutely he is.
And without even knowing that much about it, I would argue that Jaylen Brown is far more influential than either Mike Vrabel or Drake Maye.
Jonathan Kraft is number 12.
Make a case, sure.
Okay.
Well, it says that Kraft has had a very good year, even by Kraft family standards. He helped transform the Patriots from last place disaster to AFC champions. He did do that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll host the FIFA World Cup in Foxborough personally.
Yeah.
He finally secured the Everett Stadium for the Revolution. Has Everett ever been used as a positive? We finally secured that land in Everett.
That's what Steve Wynn said.
No, I think Steve Wynn said, uh-oh, this is all that we can get.
Okay.
We agreed to put a couple trees up, and they said, sure, knock everything down. Just after his brother challenged her in last year's election, he had delicate negotiations with Mayor Wu for the Everett thing. Owen, the other's vice general's board, and he vice chairs Mass General's board and just endowed a dean's position at Boston College. This guy is everywhere. So good for him.
All right.
Side note on the cover real quick. It was an illustration by the husband of Maria Stefanos, Dale Stefanos. It is an illustration, we've been told by the callers that called in but did not want to talk to you.
You suck, Dale. All right. Number 25 is a lot of fun. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, come on.
Otherwise known as Three Guys from Boston.
Why?
On the Jimmy Fallon show, they did something hysterical.
Oh, my God.
They had two guys that lived in Cambridge 35 years ago, and Jimmy Fallon read every name of every city in Boston. And what's funny is...
that bit killed.
It was so funny, but what was also funny is when I went to the comedy thing that the Neely Foundation puts on, Conan O'Brien performed a song naming every city in Boston. So... I don't know if there's anything linked between the two, but Conan O'Brien did almost this exact same bit at a comedy show at the Garden in January, and then 2 months later they did it on this. And here's what they say about this. Boston Magazine proving itself to be very irreverent and cool. Okay, so Affleck and Damon grew up in Cambridge and Fallon from New York. But when the three of them appeared on The Tonight Show and rattled off 351 Massachusetts cities and towns, incredible Boston accents, Abington to Yarmouth, 4 minutes and 15 seconds flat, the internet lost its mind. Affleck was baffled by Peru. Fallon stumbled on Winchendon. Damon nailed Manchester by the Sea. God bless them. Boston's PR department couldn't have done it better. What a fun person that wrote that. They got a big kick out of it. They took every city and they named them in a row.
They said them out loud.
Hey, I got an idea. What's the idea? I know you're Shane Gillis. You're coming in the Garden. And you're doing 3 shows. You might need a bit. Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead. All right, here's what will kill. Go up there and do a Boston accent and name every town and city in Boston. Okay, go outside and get hit by a car. Thank you. That's what his response would be. Hey, I'm selling jokes. Okay, I'm buying. Mr. Dangerfield, you still buying jokes? Yeah, kid.
There's
all the towns in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. I like it. Write them down.
Number 53 is Billy Costa.
Oh, nice.
You'll notice how far I have to keep this from my face.
Radio and television star Billy Costa.
He is 56,000 Instagram followers, and he's got 3 shows. Costa is still getting Bostonians to work every morning. I'm about to. Costa is still getting Bostonians to work every morning via their car radios on Kiss 108, where he threw his friend Maddie under the bus and ran him over.
I can't believe they printed that.
Wow. They did. He's been a fixture since 1980. And when Emmy-winning Massachusetts Broadcasters Hall of Famer isn't on the air, I'll tell you what's hard to win is a local Emmy. Show me one person on TV that doesn't have a local Emmy. He's hosting Dining Playbook and Meet Boston, which everyone's heard of, with Jenny Johnson on Nessun, or some emceeing fundraisers, especially anything involving animals in Germany.
For a price.
More than 4 decades
doing very well doing that. Making a great living.
Costa still has our full attention. They were best friends.
Raking in a tidy sum hosting those charitable events.
You don't know that. He could be doing that for free.
Okay.
All right, we have to break here, I'm being told. But would you like to know that Donnie Wahlberg's on this list?
Sure.
Yeah. All right, there you go. And I think the Boston Magazine took an ad out congratulating Bill Chisholm and Jaylen Brown. I think that doesn't look like anyone bought that. That just looks like they wanted it to look like the Celtics bought an ad congratulating them. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. Jordan stuff. We have a song for you. It's a lot of fun.
Hey, listen, if you've got to go, we understand, but make sure you bring the Sports Hub app with you so you can hear more of Tudger and Hardy.
That's what I want on my tombstone.
On the Sports Hub.
Coming up, Jordan Hudson has been very busy. When she's not competing in adult cheerleading competition, she's active on social media and asking questions of the university of which her boyfriend is the coach. All right, which might be part of the whole Dom thing. Now that I think of it, I have some people that I know, not with the station, that are very convinced of this sub-Dom thing, this whole situation. It's being explained to me. I'm learning a lot. I talked to one person who said that their driver's friend, their driver, he's friends with this couple. And this woman, this person who drives this woman I know in New York. And he said that the wife of his friend said, "Hey, would you mind coming over and bossing my husband around?"
Nice.
And it's like, okay. Like, was any of this going on before the internet? Like, it's just like, what's going on? And so, like, and there are people that are way more familiar with this kind of stuff than me. Again, I used to think I was kind of weird, but I'm not at all. I swear to God, on everything in the world, that I'm not, compared to all of you. And I'm really not. Like, I mean, the things I'm hearing are just so weird. They're not bad. They're just weird. But, I mean, none of this is bad. I'm not. It's not like you should be ashamed or bad. It's just, I always thought I was strange, but I'm certainly not by any like according to TV.
In a way, like think about like what you were somewhat looking at or gravitating toward as a younger person, things that you could have gotten into, but you didn't have those proclivities were not indulged by anyone or anything. Now with the internet, as you said, you can find a whole community that's into whatever you're into.
So in that like Mapplethorpe documentary, there is this club, this gay club in Manhattan, and it's just like insanity, like what goes on in there. And they have like photos and stuff, and it was somewhere Mapplethorpe hung out, and you can do your own research. But it was this club in Manhattan, right? Like in everyone that was into that could go into the same place. This is just life. And so it's being described to me in a very earnest way that this Jordan-Bill relationship could very much be a sub-dom financial thing. And we're not going to have time to get to this song. We'll do it at 8:45. But the thing is that that's the only thing that makes sense to me. And it's been described to me in such a way that when you're 74 years old, there's no way you want to have sex that much. You just don't. Like, I know there's like virile people and stuff, but still, it's like just...
He's not one of them.
No, and he's not one of them, but whatever. Like, you're not that horny. Like, you just aren't. Like, no matter what hormone you take, no matter what you do, you like to... I'm sure there's plenty of 74-year-old people that like to have sex, but not like their lives... Not that their motivations...
Not like a 25-year-old does.
But not by their motivations aren't strictly based on sex, like the act of having sex, you know? So you got to throw that out the window. In the way that she's behaving is so counter to his best interests that it's got to be, maybe she's doing it to as a sub-dom thing and like trying to humiliate him.
I like this. I like where this is going.
We'll get into it, but I'm not joking. Like I'm not even making fun of either of them. Like this has got, her behavior is such now, which I am obsessed with them. Mm-hmm. I will admit that.
Sure.
But it's funny, like hearing people tell me about like financial subs and doms and things. Like it all makes sense. Like her taking over that interview. Like her yelling at the interviews. He's been in the business for 50 years. He's done 1 million interviews. He knows she shouldn't be there.
He was micromanaging everyone and everything, and all of a sudden he finds somebody who's going to push him around, and he likes it.
I mean, think about it. Everyone out there, think about it. That's not a guy who micromanaged everything, did not like talking to the media, did not like people telling him what to do. It kept his circle extremely small, had his 24-year-old, 23-year-old girlfriend at an ABC interview and allowed her to start yelling at the people, telling them what to do. And he just sat there like a good boy. I mean, you know, come on. It's not about having sex. I can tell you that. Guy's 23 years older than me. What do you think? He's got one in him a month?
This is what he wanted all along, was lingering in the back of his mind all these years, and finally he found somebody who got it. I know what you want. I know what you need.
And if you're his kids, you're like, oh, good. I'm glad this is your fetish. All our inheritance.
I keep thinking about the internet now, the thing that you first said, Fred, like, imagine if Crash were growing up right now. Oh. He would just be living on a compound of dirt humpers, and he would just find his people, and they would have their own community, self-sustaining, where all they did was go around and have sex with piles of sand and forage for their own food.
See, I think if there was the internet when Crash was a kid, he never would have had sex with the sand. He would have been out just having sex with anything.
We don't know, though.
We don't know. We'll never know.
I like this theory. I want it to be true. I do.
Well,
I want this to be true.
Anyone can call in 617-779-0985. If anyone has, I'll give you some more evidence. But if anyone has a counter theory to this, please, I would love to hear it. I'm by no means an expert. This is all new to me. But there's smart people that I know that were describing to me the dynamics of these kinds of relationships. And I swear to God, obviously most of us were completely unaware that this even existed. We'll be back in just a moment.
Let's all